Teachers who know their students well can effectively help them grow in their learning, which is why we're dedicating today's episode to understanding Vietnamese learners. Welcome to Tina Talks. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Tina Talks, where we talk everything about teaching. And today's topic is about Vietnamese students. As teachers, it is important that we know our students, how to handle them properly so that we create effective and fun lessons for them. Today, I am joined by Harvinder, we've got Lynn, and we have Justin. Hi, everybody. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Parvinder Singh, and I've been living in Vietnam for 8 years. And I've been pretty much teaching in Vietnam for 8 years as well. And I teach all sort of levels from kindy kids, very young kids, to teenagers.
Thank you, Parvi. We also have Lynn. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lynn. I was born and grew up in Vietnam for 2 years as a teaching assistant. Most of my classes were kindy and primary.
Good stuff. Thank you, Lynn. And we also have Justin. Welcome, Justin.
Good to be here. I'm Justin, and I work at English Center in Vietnam, and I've been here for 3 years, teaching ages from like kindergarten up to teenagers.
Great. We definitely have a good mix of teachers teaching different levels. So we have a wealth of knowledge and experience from all of these teachers. And it'll be good because you guys will be sharing to beginning teachers how it is to teach kindy, for example, or primary students or secondary. But just a disclaimer, I want to say that we are just going to give them a general picture. This is by no means a generalization based on our experience and our observations to kind of help them in how they go into a kindy class and manage kindy students or primary. All right, let's begin and talk about the youngest first, the kindy students, the Vietnamese kindy students in the age of maybe 3 to 5 years old. Is that right? How would you guys describe them?
I would describe them great. So much fun. I think I never taught kindergarten kids in America, but there's definitely an idea that small children will cry a lot, but it's rare that I ever see children crying in the center. You'll see it, but there's just a lot more fun, not as much crying as you think, and just great energy, having fun. It's a real blast to teach kindergarten kids.
So when you were given a kindy class, were you like a little bit worried that you're going to have to be dancing and singing with them? Did you ever see yourself doing that?
Yeah, I was at first like, yeah, it's very awkward and like sing hello song and play these silly games, but then once you get to know the kids, it's very it's really fun because you're like, what song, you kind of think, what song do I want to listen to? What song do I want to dance to today? And then you go in there and you sing and dance and you're having fun and the kids are having fun and you really feed off of each other.
Exactly. The kids mirror your energy, so you can't be playing a song for them and just standing in the corner. You have to join them. You have to actually be there in the thick of things and dance with them. Would you say that you also had fun, Lynn?
I would say kindy is my favorite level to teach.
Me too.
They are so cute, lots of energy, and I think the vibe of the class is just a lot different. You get to know, the kids, and they do enjoy your presence in the class, and there's like some sort of connection being built. The energy that they have to offer, it's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed the singing and dancing part too. And especially when you work as a teacher, as teaching assistant, and you'll see the kids' progress every day, especially if they're from such a young age, it feels so satisfying.
Mm,
right?
That is so true. I think of all the levels, my favorite is Kindy. And this is surprising
Yeah.
as well because coming into ESL, my experience really isn't adult training. And so I didn't really, want to be teaching kids. But it is such a revelation for myself as well. Like I learned so many things about myself as a person, as a human, not just as a teacher because I really enjoyed my time with them, even if I have, for example, back to back kindy classes. And it's really tiring because, like what Justin said, you have to be dancing and singing with them. So your energy level should match the energy level of the kids. But what's so good, like what
Mm-hmm.
Lynn said as well, is that the progress is there. So it's very gratifying because you see that but they're very sweet. The Vietnamese young learners, they're very sweet. They give you, they're very physical with showing their affection. So you get lots of hugs and kisses from them every day. Would you say that you also enjoyed yourself, Parvi, teaching kindy? You did
Yes, definitely.
sang and danced along with your kids. Like Baby Shark is probably your favorite, everyone's favorite.
Baby Shark is everyone's favorite. Yeah, and it's never gets old. And yeah, to begin with, when I got kindy classes, I was a bit anxious about teaching kindy kids. But then I learned about kindy kids, and and I realized how much fun it is to teach kindy kids. So yeah, I get to do the kid stuff. I get to be the kid all over again. So I definitely enjoy this level.
What should they expect coming into a kindy class?
I know a lot of people who are anxious about teaching very young learners. First of all, there is nothing to be afraid of. These very young learners, they are very affectionate. They will give you unconditional love no matter what. So don't be afraid to go
Yeah.
in there. Just go in there and enjoy and have a kind of routine. These very young learners, they like to have a routine, like go in there, have your rules, have your hello song, have your whatever you're teaching, and songs again. So set up a routine. They like a routine.
Exactly. Thank you for bringing that up. I think one of the things that you should consider in terms of talking about classroom management is that kids always they want to have what they want to know what's coming up. So if they come in the room and then you do a hello song first, and if you change
Mhm,
in your next class, then it breaks that routine that they have to have. Like they have to get comfortable in their environment.
mhm,
So if you've set up a really good routine, then they know that after the hello song, we'll be saying hi to each other. I'll be giving high fives to my teacher and to my
mhm.
classmates. What other classroom management should kindy teachers have to have an effective lesson with very young learners?
You want to reward good behavior. Often in between activities, I'll just when we need to like reset the class, I'll just have like a quick sit nicely, and I'll do and that sound is the signal to sit nicely, and they all run, they sit down, and they make that sound, sit nicely, and we'll reset the class, and then I will give them points or whatever our system is, move their stickers or signal that they're behaving and doing well.
What kind of, so you mentioned stickers. Do you guys use other reward system in class? Lynn, what do you think? What did you see in your classes that really worked well with your kindy students?
It really depends on the level. Kindy 1, Kindy 2, and Kindy 3. And usually Kindy 2 and Kindy 3 is easier to work with because they already know the routine. Like just like Parvy said, it's very important to set up routines and your word system or any attention grabber system since day one, so they know the routine, they know what to expect. But with Kindy 1, everything is brand new. They just come into class, they don't know what to expect. So I think the fear is really stop them from joining in and being there in the class. I think the first thing first that I learned from working with Kindy 1 so much, I don't know why, but the Kindy 1, I just have a lot of classes with Kindy 1, is that to show that you care for them, like you're there because they don't know anything, right? So they like they have the mentality of being scared of not being able to catch up. Like maybe you don't know the answer. I'll show you will have a clue what to do, and it just from there it's starting to settle down their expectations and it's the behaviors and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. You brought up the, I remember, although it is true that not a lot of kids cry in class, like what Justin said, because they're already having so much fun with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you will get new kids and it's kind of difficult to get them to join the activities because their parents are dragging them to class and they cling on to them. So you really have to gain their trust, and maybe
Yeah.
your TA, your teaching assistant, so that they know that
Mm-hmm.
if they don't understand what's going on, that they can ask in Vietnamese or in English, and TA can explain. And the TA is like that direct, that first contact that they have. That is probably at some point they become the parents. The teachers as well, they also do this, like they go and really focus on the kid who's new because they have no idea what's happening in class. Like, accidents happen because we're dealing with really young kids. There was a commotion in one class because a kid pooped in class. So for beginning teachers, they do not maybe know that they will have to handle something like this. So what do you think is a good way to address small accidents like this so that the kid is,
Mm-hmm.
traumatized by the shame of having something like that among his or her peers? Parvinder, have you experienced that? Was it your class or somebody else's? I don't remember. Somebody talked about it.
I think it was somebody else's class. I had a lot of kids puking in the class.
Yeah, they poop, they pee in class. What should teachers do when they encounter stuff like that?
Well, first of all, don't let that kid feel conscious. It's all right if you done something, don't worry. It happens. Things happen. And our TAs are very good at that. Um, they take care of the kids and they handle the situation very well. Just make the kid feel comfortable. Don't point out that no, you cannot do it in the classroom. Things happen.
And even the kids from another class went to the room because they wanted to find out what was going on. But I think you brought up a really important thing. As teachers, of course, kids mirror our energy, just like what Justin said. If we make it such a big deal and we make a big fuss over that, then kids will
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable. It's okay. I think as teachers, it's important that we stress this in our classes, whether we're teaching very young kids or adults, that it's important to make mistakes or embarrassing things happen, and we just have to shrug it off. It's all part of growing up.
Yeah, I had this kindy class. So we were in a break time, and at the end of the break time, one of the kid threw up in the doorway.
Oh.
And then you know how in the break time all of them go out to drink water or use toilets. So I called the kids back, say, all right, it's the end of the break time, back to the class, and they came back running and they slept over it. So some of the kids they got vomit on their clothes.
Oh. Which is why I think, it's in their bags, like they have like change of clothes for accidents like this. Did they all like change into their
Yeah,
new shirts?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. A lot of them bring spare clothes.
And there's going to be a lot of external factors that might affect the progress of the lesson. There might be vomit, puke, poop, pee, spill food. So I think the most effective method to handle that situation is to come up with an activity, maybe put on some song to distract them from the situation, and we need to work together, and us as a TA would try our best to gather them all together in one place. So by maybe the janitor or us TA, if it's like an urgency, it's very important to not like have that student who caused the situation pointed out, because it's gonna hurt. They're very young. Their emotions are very fragile, and that's what my experience. It's always good to distract them from the situation, and then just maybe draw a circle around the area or around the object.
And then
like a crime scene.
Yeah, and kind of isolate and sort of isolate them, isolate the that area, or maybe no, do not cross the line. And I think they know that area is restricted. So there's two ways to do it: distract them, and then have some way to restrict them from entering or having access to the area or the object.
yeah, there are many ways of handling a situation like that, and
Mhm.
can have fun with it too. Like it doesn't have to be very serious. Like it's not a, I don't think it's a disciplinary moment, but more of like it
Mhm.
can become a teaching moment as well. Like, it has to be teamwork.
Yeah, just have fun, and you're gonna have weird things happen, little accidents happen in class, and things are not gonna go the way that you plan. But just be flexible and have fun with it, and you're having fun, kids will be having fun, and it'll be a good time. As kids get older, they'll ask why, and a bad answer is
सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें टीना के चैनल को। अगर आप वियतनाम में इंग्लिश पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, चैनल बहुत ही मददगार है।